Hello, this is Duncan Fowler, and this is a very brief presentation on skills matrix. When you're running any sort of business and stuff, it's very important to know what your staff can do, what they're capable of, but it's also important to know what your requirements are, and if you're using a shift pattern, you've got people on certain shifts, morning, afternoon, evening and night shift. It's very important to know who's on what shift. Therefore, you've got a good spread of skills and capabilities across all shifts, and you're not sort of unable to carry on because a particular skill is missing and stuff. So we've looked at something called the 8 deadly wastes, well 7 actually, but the 8th waste was underutilization of your staff. So it's very important you get the most out of your staff, and so what you need to do is look at what their capabilities are and what your requirements are. And one way to do this is to use a skills matrix. A skills matrix is a tool for visually mapping the skills of a group of employees. Their skills are presented on a simple grid. It's quite easy to do. So you've got the diagram here as your team members A, B, C, D down the left-hand side, and the skills or the tasks and disciplines that your company require, and you can grade them the staff from not applicable to them because it might be their job doesn't put them into that situation, or they're from there to the opposite end, which would be an expert. And this will give you a feeling that what do you need to do with the staff development and stuff like that. So their skills are presented on a simple grid which shows each employee's level of proficiency in each element. This allows team leaders and managers to take an overall view of the skills available on their team. It helps us identify the right people for the job. So when a job comes up, you know who to go to help do that job. So you can pick the right person and identify skills gaps. So if you realize a job's coming up and you need a particular skill set, and you look at your team, you realize you haven't got that skill set. So if you're moving from one production to a different type of production, and you've got nobody in your team who's ever used that equipment, visually quite easy to see, and you can plan for that. It allows us to utilize internal resources more efficiently. It helps organizations to efficiently utilize existing skills by redistributing talent across departments and workforce and stuff. Making expectations clear. Skills matrix that include a baseline of skills. So you're telling your staff, you've got to be at this level to be a part of this team. So you have a skills matrix to say, look, if you want promotion, these are the skills that we would expect to have. Forewarned is forearmed. If teams are aware they have a skill shortage, they can pay that area extra attention. Like I said, if they know a particular job or is coming along that it needs somebody who's capable of doing something, and you realize none of your team has that skill, you can develop your staff. Helps employees grow, so it allows by identifying these skills, it allows the staff to sort of target staff development and stuff like that for themselves, to develop their own skills, and if they've got ideas of promotion and stuff, they know what they need to do to get promotion. Helps organisations to identify and nurture valuable employees as well, so you know where those people are that have got all these skills you need, and it helps organisations can identify their top skilled employees easily. They can track their performance and growth over time, so that it can be recognised and rewarded for the valuable employees they are. Improve employee experience as well. When employees are matched with projects that need their skills, the outcome is always good, leading to happy clients and customers. This is sort of an example of what a maintenance specialist would require at particular levels. It's a sort of a job description to some extent, but it also gives an idea of if you want to be a European maintenance specialist, you've got to have level 3 at certain descriptions, and level 1 and 2 and 3. So you know what you need, and that then you can put that into a skills matrix and create a list of what's happening with the employees. Are they going to meet that requirement of being a European maintenance specialist? One example of this is at an aerospace industry where I came across. They have a plane has an enormous amount of rivets in them, and they would all be checked. And if there's an issue with one of the rivets, they basically stopped and told the department who dealt with these things that they needed to come along and fix this one rivet, and then they come and fix that one rivet, and then they go away. If you imagine that rivets sort of have approximately 4 things that can go wrong with them. The most extreme would mean they need completely and utterly replacing, redrilling, and everything, and it's quite a big job, and you need a skilled engineer to do that. Whereas the really basic things, some semi-skilled person could fit, or the inspector could do that. So what they did is they got the inspectors and they skilled them up so they could deal with minor issues with rivets. Prior to that, they would literally find a rivet, everything that was had an error with it, everything would stop until the guys came and fixed it. And that was very time consuming. They had to fill in a form to request the skilled engineer to come along, and production would slow down, if not stop, in certain areas. Whereas it might just be that, by skilling up the inspector to do basic rivet corrections and stuff, it was a minor job, and the inspector would be paid slightly more because of they've then developed themselves and given themselves skills. So doing this, it does help with production. It also means the inspectors got a new skill as well, so makes them more employable. So have a think about whether skills matrix would work for you guys. It is very important. It's sort of, when you're looking for a job and stuff, they have a list of skills, required skills, and would like skills and stuff. And it allows you to audit your own skill level against the requirements of your company. And also at the end of every year, some companies tend to do a staff review. How did this year go for you? What's your plans for next year? And by having a skills matrix, and you can look at what the job you're thinking of in the future, and look at what requirements, and then you could grade yourself honestly, and then say, look, I need to go from an adequate skill level in this particular requirement. I need to be more advanced, so it gets me to a position where I can put in for promotion as well. So skills matrix helps individual people, but it helps department heads and the like. So a very useful tool. Hopefully that was useful to you guys. Thanks a lot.